behind the scenes of a little project I've been working on for my local Chamber of Commerce. There's a few stages, and I'll walk you through each of those.
The clues are there as we go through the keyhole.
This is a piece of software called Task Magic, and what that allows you to do is to create automations to go to websites and click on buttons to be able to pull information. And first of all, what I need to do is create a trigger. So I go into there. Then what I've done is basically I just want to start at the beginning, and then I'm just going to loop through. And what you can do is here you can connect it to a Google Sheet if you wanted to. Lose list from a Google Sheet, you link that together. Got a fairly simple automation here. It's just going to go to this page, it's going to scrape the list from that page, and it's going to take the images from that page as well, and it's going to click onto the next page. Let's go start with page 2, say, and then we're going to run that. So we can see the name of the company, and then this is the URL of the image. So if we want to have the image, and basically pulls all that information. So just got quite a simple one here. All the information is in this step here, so it's got all of that there. Then what I did there was take that information and put it into ChatGPT. So you can download it as a CSV, and we'll just put Chamber of Commerce, and let's go into there. My downloads, go sort by date added. And we've got a Chamber of Commerce BT. We're going to bring up a new window, and then we're going to go for plus. We're going to upload a file, and in this case we're going to download sort by date created. And let's say we want the company name. And the website. And a description for each company. What you have. Please upload this to a table with 3 columns: company name, website address, and description. As you can see here, the website is not what we want. Please rectify this. It's the website address. It's actually the logo for the company. You can include this as a separate column. You need to pull the website details from the description. Has address, phone number, email. There we go, so the actual website, and not perfect, missed the Chamber of Commerce for some reason, but yeah, we've got the short description, got the logo URL. So yeah, you could deal with that how you want. So if you also want a telephone number, you could say please also add a column for the phone number and include the main number, not any fax numbers. You can see then we've got the phone number as well. Just show the flexibility of using ChatGPT. Then what I've done here is I've put it into an Airtable, and you can see here the company name, we've got the email, the website, telephone number, company description. Then what I'm doing is I'm pulling this data here. So I'm actually examining an image of the website, and then I'm also going out to a tool called Perplexity to find out a company description. I'm using a visual description of the particular site. So basically I'm taking a screenshot of the site and then I'm passing that to a ChatGPT and asking, can it describe this? So for example, here for this particular site, we've got a color palette, which is blue and white with yellow as accent colors. And I've got typography is headings use a sans serif font with bold weights. Body text is also sans serif in regular weight, layout and spacing. Ample white space gives an airy feel. Elements are aligned in a grid. And then we've got here, I've basically generated a header image, and for this I'm using a tool called Ideogram. For now, the image tool which I've described in my flipbook is not available with the API. The DALL-E 2 and the DALL-E 3 is available, but not the latest image model. Hoping that's going to come soon. So here I've just used this one. So we've got AI ideas for Mardell, and this is using the information which you've pulled from here, the website details, just to give us a bit of randomization and to choose colors that match with the particular company. It's not always going to be perfect, but here you can see Knuckles. And then these ones here, we've got idea FSD law. So it should be SPD law. So as mentioned, not perfect. This is Stansted Audi. The new image tool from ChatGPT is better. So here you can see the image, website image has been pulled down. Let's just click on one of those and you can see, so we've got an idea of the image. This one, it'll get an idea of the colors and the fonts being used. And then this one here, click in there, recruitability, we've got purples, oranges, whites and blues. And then what I've done is I've come up with some ideas for image suggestions for the particular company, and this is based on the website description and just the visual details, just to give some general ideas. I've come up with 3 ideas per company. So this is a personalized financial journey infographic, and it gives you a bit more information there. And then we've got idea 2, trustworthiness community engagement graphic, a digital graphic featuring Marcel's memberships in the Bishopstock Chamber of Commerce, incorporating recognition and community initiatives with minimal text visually representing through sharp, straightforward shapes and a clean colour palette of navy and teal contrasting with white. The purpose is to build trust and enhance brand image by highlighting the community involvement and commitment to local business standards. You can see here then it's missed some rows. What happened there was, for some reason, it wasn't able to pull the website image, or if it did pull the website image, then it wasn't able to analyze that image. So in most cases, it wasn't able to pull down the website image in that particular case using the tool I was using. So then the next stages did not work. It seemed to have a whole case of them there, and in many cases, it might just be a case of retrying. So let's go back and I'll just show you a view which I put together. So that is the list. Then if we take a look here, basically here we've got the different companies, and what we can do is we can pull down a company from this left hand side. So we could try Barnes Flooring, AI image ideas for Barnes Flooring. Then we get each of the different ideas. You can see the website for the particular company. Here's the website visual description. So again, we have some missing rows, but if we go, for example, Martin Fiddler Aviation, then you've got here the idea, different people working there, website visual description. So yeah, you get the idea of pulling that information. So the next question is, how did I actually pull that information? And let's show you that one now. So I'm going to go to a tool called make.com. And let's get logged in. And then I'm going to go to my scenarios. And you can see I've got a whole load of different scenarios which I've been working through. And what we'll do there is we'll just sort, instead of by A to Z, we're going to sort by newest to oldest. And this is the Chamber of Commerce tool. And the whole idea of this tool, this make.com, is to connect various different tools together. It does that thing for called API. API sits and it talks to a website and it's able to pull information or push information to websites. And that uses a common standard called the REST API. And you can see here, start with the Airtable. Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit better. What I'm doing there is I'm searching for records in the Airtable. What I'm doing is I'm just saying that there's no current web description. I'm taking the company name and the website, and then I'm passing it to a tool called Dumpling AI. And what that's doing is it's doing a screenshot of the full page. Auto scroll, I probably should turn that on. Maybe I'll try that again. Then we're going to just save that one there. And then we've got here, basically we're going to get that file. So once we've done that, that's going to create a URL. Then this one is going to download the image of that URL. Then we use a ChatGPT tool, which analyzes the image. So this is the prompt. Please take a look at the screenshot and break down the color palette. You can go into a lot more detail here. Basically what I've done is I've just asked for an 80-20 result. And without that, you get quite a detailed report on the typography, the color palette, the layout and spacing, shapes and forms. I'm going to do a tool called Perplexity. Perplexity is very useful for going out to the web and doing searches across various different sources. And please give a brief description about what company name with the website. These here, what you see in color, are passing variables. This is passing, the color is blue, so you can see it's pulling it from this one here. So it's putting in the company name and the website. If I click in here, you'll better see. If I scroll down, then the Airtable, you'll see a website, a company name. So in this case, it's HINE Media Services. The website is HNS Media. And then I'm passing the company description from number 3. And you can see I can pull from any of these different models here. And that's going to then analyze the website. This one's going to take a look for information online, just so I can get the information about what the company does. Then from there, I'm going to come up with some suggestions for some images that'd be useful. And this is really just a showcase, just showing you some of the idea of what an automation does. We can link all sorts of automations and all sorts of tools together. So basically, given the description plus the website style, come up with ideas for the brand and identity and visual style while serving a specific marketing purpose. And then that's what that's doing, is it's putting it out in a JSON format. JSON is a type of structured format, which is easy for computers and AI to understand. And then basically I'm going to give you 3 different ideas. And then this one is going to take those ideas and it's going to break them up into 3 different ideas. And then this one here is going to create an image. And basically it's a horizontal header image for AI images for company name. This once again is pulling from the Airtable. And then on a contrasting background, which is inspired by the description, this is the description from the website. So it's those things which are the visual description, the typography. It's just passing that. So it's not a perfect script. And then after it's done all that, it's going to update the record. And you can see it's getting basically the choices, the URL, and then what I'm doing is I'm creating a name here. So what I'm doing is I'm replacing a space with an underscore in the company name. So that's the header, and then the same here. I've got the file URL for that's for the website image, and then we're just passing that information from this one. So 1 means the first one, 2 means the second, and 3 means the final one. And that's just how I put it together, and you get a good idea behind the scenes of what's going on. But probably a good idea would be to just show you this in operation. So what I'm going to do is I've called this a new name. This was from an existing one, which has come up with comic ideas. And I'm going to change that to Chamber of Commerce. And we're going to change this one, make sure that's also Chamber of Commerce. and hopefully it won't break anything. We're going to save on that. We're going to save the updates we've done, and we'll see if it works. Basically what it's going to try and do is do some of the ones which haven't worked so far. It's going to step through. If I go back to table, let's go back a level. If I go to Chamber of Commerce, go back to right one would help. Chamber of Commerce list, then you can see here I can add the same filter in there. So basically we're looking for ones which don't currently have a description. So website description is blank, so if I wanted to filter that, then I could go add a condition. I could say website description, and then I could just go here and put it's empty. And then what we're going to try and do is work on some of these, which it didn't do last time. It may still fail for all of these next time, but let's give it a try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go run. That's going to go out, give that a try. I've set it to try and scroll a page this time. And while we're waiting for that, I'm going to click over here, and you can see that we've got the input. So let's have a look. We've pulled a different bundle. The first bundle is Isabel Hospice, then we've got Launchpad, then we've got Lumen Wealth, then we've got M Carver. So we've got a total of 18 bundles, which should match up with what we see here. So a total of 18. That's now gone to 17. And it's going to work through each of those one by one. So it's gone out, it's done a screenshot, and then what it's done is it's given us a screenshot URL. We can go to there and just look at that. And there we can see the screenshot. This time it's actually zooming the page as well. I didn't do it the first time, which would have been useful just to scroll the page. This one, I'm using free credits from Dumpling, but there are limited on there. And then that goes to get the file, it passes it to ChatGPT. This is the output, so I'm going to go over to choices, number one, the message, and the content. So this is the color palette, the typography, the shapes and forms, the textures. Emotional tone is professional, warm and supportive. Then perplexity for this particular company. We go again to choices, I think, and then the message. And go to content. Isabel Hospice is a registered charity offering a specialist palliative care, support people with life-limiting conditions. And there you get the idea, and then it is coming up with the ideas for images. And this is in combination with the report which I've put together, which I created in Canva. Let's take a look. So it's now working on organisation number 2. So we go to choices, message, and then content. We can see here, this is the JSON format. It's got a first idea, celebrating community support. An infographic highlights the achievements of the Together at Christmas campaign using a mix of deep pink and teal blue. Includes visual of a fundraising thermometer, community events and smiling faces expressing gratitude. Use rounded shapes and circular motifs for text and data representation. So let's take that idea, and we're going to go over to ChatGPT once again, and we're going to say an infographic highlights the achievements of the Together at Christmas campaign using a mix of deep pink and teal blue, and let's give that a try. It's going to give me two different types, response 1, response 2, and I will choose which one I prefer of those. So just zoom out a little bit. You'll see this is how it's formed, comes together, starts from the top. So it's a little bit like if you were printing something out on a piece of paper, that's how it'd work, or if you had a 3D printer. 1 million raised. Let's cut off the top of the image in that one. So I think this one's likely to be a better one. And this is pulling information from the website. So if we look to a website, we'll probably find it's these sort of colours. Over 10,000 faces of gratitude. So yeah, it's come up with an infographic, and then if you don't like it, you could ask some changes. So raise 500,000. So yeah, I'm not sure. Is it a million raised? We probably need to give it more facts. So yeah, it's just giving you an idea, and then from there you can give it more of the information, the facts around your particular campaign, how much was raised, how many people were impacted, and you can ask for some improvements. You can say, oh, instead of this, I'd like to see a Santa, or I'd like to see people dancing, and then just work to where you are. If you are working with a professional, you can just come up with some ideas and then give that to your design agency and say, I've got these ideas, can you turn this into something even better? So yeah, you get the general idea. I'm going to go back and just take a look. So we've got 4 new rows have been pushed out to the Airtable. So basically that's gone down now from the amount we had down to 13 because we filtered it. And if we unfilter it, so we take that off, we should see the one from Isabel Hospice has now got a nice logo. It's got the website, so let's click on that. As you can see, it's got sort of pinks and blues, so it's trying to come up with that sort of idea. And then this one, AI image ideas for Isabel Hospice. So as you can see, each of these images is unique to the company. Sometimes it's going to be spelt wrong, and then the ideas are over here. Now, I'm not sure if the way I presented it before is going to be the best way to present it, but yeah, it's just generally to give you an idea of what can be done fairly simply. But you can imagine you can scale it up to whole sorts of automations that, for example, if you're creating content and want to push it out to social media, you could do that. One thing I work at the moment is trying to take video clips in a horizontal and then turn them into a vertical with captions. So there's all sorts of things you can do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that running in the background, and I'm going to stop the video and hope you've got a good idea of how I put this campaign together.